This is Main Art. Thanks for checking out my channel. For today, we're gonna do a continuation of this Scarecrow painting. Just to kind of get in here, see what we can do, maybe make it a little bit creepier. So I'm gonna just kind of get in, start with our charcoal, our dark charcoal, and I'm just gonna accentuate and darken around the face a little bit, the jaws, and then just push that shading slightly out into the collar here. So yeah, just to give it a little bit more of that negative space around the face. So right down in here, we'll darken that up, and then I'm gonna get into up here and darken that a little bit. It gives it that really kind of fading look a little bit from the hat. And one more, just gonna extend that slightly. And this is just using a charcoal pencil. You could do a lot with this. This corner here, I'm gonna actually do the same as well. So by adding this heavy dark, in essence, we're just making part of that head, that side there, just kind of pop a little bit. And then what's kind of cool, we could just go in and enhance that slightly with a little bit of the charcoal. I'm sorry, the dry pastel. Using the charcoal so much, kind of label everything that. All right, so yeah, just get some of that out of there. So from this point, gonna see if we can really start expanding the shell, the body of this character. So let's just say on this side, we got another kind of loose collar coming off here. Just gonna extend that out. And you know, this thing is way, whether it's out in the fields or what have you, it's just kind of pretty gnarly. So we could kind of take some liberty here and just make some really creepy kind of looking outfit, clothing, whatever you want to call it. So let's just say that would spin out under, we'll just say a little lighter here. And then the bend, the shape is, let's see, coming from this. I'm just gonna work in some shading on that side. Extend some of this gnarly looking stuff out. And then we could even lighten some of this up a little bit, just using a light pastel. And all this is doing is just giving it that texture. You could do lines, cut lines like that. One thing I like to do, or even add the charcoal and then just do a smudge. And it gives it an interesting old, you know, and I just darken that, and from up here, See where those two merge a little bit. All right, so you almost have this kind of jacket looking thing. From here, let's see if we can do something interesting for the body. Maybe this thing is kind of skeletal, right? Let's just see what we can do here. Maybe we'll see if we can get almost like a ribs look and feel down in this section. Maybe some on this side. So just working in some weird kind of ribs. Even like, yeah, like bone-like structure. So it's kind of choppy. Even on this side, it's really sharp. That's always a nice technique I like to do, is just can really sharpen some of the lines. It gives it a really eerie look. On the inside, I'm just gonna darken that a little bit. It's almost got almost like arms or something. Okay, from here, I'm just gonna work in some more interesting things, shapes. And again, we don't know like what's part of this creature's anatomy, or, you know, just worked into the body. So you definitely get some creepy things going. So from this point, I'm gonna see if we can try something a little bit different here. Let's say it has some kind of source, life source or something in here. So watch, just do this as we get started. And then at this point, let's see if we could work on some of this orange in here around this object. Even make it interesting with some of this dark in here. So you're almost looking at almost like a heart type structure, but not really. And this is just, you know, we're just letting the charcoal kind of see where it takes us with our colors, our shapes. So no really perfect, you know, symmetry or anything like that. We're just kind of having fun with it. So from here, let's just reinforce these kind of bone structures over the color, and then that almost will give us like a 3D, a layering effect, where this heart thing, it almost feels like it's one layer deep. So yeah, definitely an interesting kind of look and feel here. From here, see if we can kind of just work in some lines. All right, so I'm gonna continue with some of this kind of different body texture, or whatever we want to call it. Maybe this jacket or coat kind of thing, just just really warped right into this bone. Just use some dark too to split some of that out. So yeah, it definitely gives it this interesting look and feel. Okay, from here, let's see what we can do. I'm gonna use some of my white here. I'm gonna have to sharpen up some of that. All right, so let's see if we can kind of extend this arm out. Into, let's see, almost like this orange looking color. See if we can kind of get this, the creature's arms. Again, this will be going to be really kind of like sinew. Pull that over this way. And then just kind of work right off that. So yeah, this is an interesting look and feel. Just using this bright orange almost as our body, our arm. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna really just wrap it in. So this thing, yeah, it's very weird. A lot of cuts. All this is just, let's just call that hay or debris, who knows. So yeah, really weird, long, kind of a strange arm. Gonna work in some of that. Yeah, and this is just getting the dark charcoal over that pastel and just working in some textures there. So just really, really weird looking. And just kind of some weird, just gonna add some attachments, sinew type stuff. And we'll just work into the hand here. What's nice too with the charcoal is you can really get some cool structure with the hands. I like to sometimes just fade it right down like that. right, so yeah, that's kind of, just get some extension here a little bit. Yeah, so that definitely gives it a weird kind of arm from that point. Then you could almost just work in the surrounding material, whatever it might be. Okay, so yeah, you start to see some interesting kind of shapes take place here, coming from that side. All right, now let's just see if we can kind of work in a little bit and add some more color distortion. Maybe even, say this thing is really gnarly, chewed up, might just extend that arm up a little bit so it looks a little bit like gnarly and mangled into the, right into the body. Yeah, so that definitely extends it out a little bit. Looks really weird. Okay, from this point, I'm just gonna continue working down slightly into the bone area. And this is just working around that structure, trying to get some darker areas. All right, so yeah, you can definitely start seeing a strange objects start to take place here. I'm just gonna break in some more of this kind of sinew layers of stuff. Working some more of this colors down in here. Just fading that in. Okay, a little bit up here. So definitely more of a gnarly looking thing, Scarecrow, you know? And then maybe we have it, do a few more things. Okay, yeah, just kind of taking a peek here. Just gonna add a little bit more, some of this side. And then let's just say real quick, maybe this will work in sunrise here. Get some stuff growing out of this. Definitely more of the little choppy side. All right, so yeah, we definitely did a lot here. Added some of this body. Got some more colors in here, different things. Extend this side slightly a little bit. So yeah, I definitely appreciate your time today, and be sure to check out the other videos. We'll definitely, I'll be expanding on this piece, trying to finish it out. So thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and you know, I invite you to subscribe if you like the videos. Well, thank you and take care.